He was just another junior banker, 32 years old, complete workaholic, living in a rented condo, eating his meals at his desk every day, chasing a hypothetical promotion that may or may not be granted. His manager would often tell him that he was talented, but not exceptional. Just enough encouragement to maintain morale, not quite enough to let complacency set in. He would occasionally catch up with his old roommate from his days in Princeton, usually when he wasn't half asleep in the office, and complain about how the workload was gradually getting out of hand. The roommate hinted he might have something that would be of interest to him, but it would be radical, and not something he should consider unless his back was against a wall. Years went by and it was the same thing. We appreciate you, but you're not exceptional, and you're not irreplaceable. One day, after a particularly frustrating meeting, he decided he would become the exception. In a grimy bar on the edge of the city, his ex-roommate slid a card across the table. "You didn't get this from me," he said. "No name, no number, just an address and a symbol, an owl." The roommate offered no details, just said it was a cutting-edge biotechnology firm, privately funded, massively funded. The next morning, he visited the address, an immense structure out in the middle of nowhere. They said they were expecting him and offered him a deal immediately. For the rest of his life, he would no longer possess the biological need to sleep. No fatigue, no downtime. The office looked like it didn't belong to this century. The founders and the funders were never named, but the roommate had insinuated they were known globally. He was to be the first recipient of this procedure. They smiled, said he had no idea how lucky he was. Once the procedure was to go public, the projected market cost was in the 9 figures. He, on the other hand, would pay nothing. The estimated odds of unexpected outcomes, 0.00027%. He was astounded. They called it temporal transfer optimization. That Friday, he walked into the lab. 2 days later, he walked out, a different man entirely. A driven hard worker with 8 extra hours in a day, he devoured the world. Closed the fund's biggest deal in Q3, and shortly after that, he became indispensable. The corner office didn't take too long after that. No one asked him what he was doing outright, but everyone was whispering. Some said Adderall, some said he was burning out. No one thought, oh yeah, he just doesn't sleep. Day 453, he recorded. Still no sleep, no fatigue, no exhaustion. But I'm starting to see things. A woman's face, a man on a rooftop at dusk, a scar on a hand that he couldn't recognize, memories he'd never made, places he'd never been, and people he didn't know. He was dreaming while he was awake. And one day, he saw one of them outside the dreams. That same man, mid-20s, familiar eyes, thinner than in the visions, walked past him on the subway. He followed him and ended up in a hospital. Just as his eye caught another man from behind the glass, another face he recognized, hooked to IVs, skin pale, a woman beside him, whispering something. And then the heart monitor flatlined. And it hit him. "They're not memories," he whispered. "They're lives. I'm stealing time." He went back to the address, and the headquarters had vanished. No office, no lab. Everything was gone, without a trace. He still doesn't sleep. He still works like a machine. But sometimes, he feels someone else looking through his eyes. He bought time, but someone else paid the price.